we'll touch on it briefly because it's been a roller coaster, really. The Manchester United takeover. Nathan, we've had a few updates in recent times. The updates keep coming back to the same thing, that it looks as if instead of an outright sale like was initially advertised, the Glazers are trying to hold on to at least 10 to 20% of stake in the team.
That's true.
And the last 2 days, reports say that Jim Ratcliffe has taken the lead, or he's the preferred choice of the people. Just give us some context to all of this, because we thought that United wanted money because there were debts to be paid, and so an outright sale made more sense.
Okay, so this is it. Jim Ratcliffe, per reports, has thrown an offer to the Glazers, promising them a minority stake, about 20 to 30% ownership, while he takes control of the rest of the club. Now, that stance has been very consistent from the beginning, because Ratcliffe has never pushed for an outright sale. He has always said that he will give the Glazers a bit of control. Because if you listen to a lot of reports, the Glazers do want a bit of control. Look, whether you like it or not, Manchester United Football Club, as a brand and as an entity, has a lot of drawing power.
Now, for just for context, right? Is this something that is common in football? I mean, new owners wanting to come in, but wanting to cede some of the power or control.
It's not strange at all. It's not strange. I remember Arsenal, I can't remember who was it, Usmanov or Kroenke. I can't remember who exactly. That person didn't have full control of Arsenal. He had a bit of it, and then others also had to split portions. So it's not too strange at all, you know. But usually when new owners show up, they like to buy it outright or have a majority stake. That's not fair. Even the Glazers themselves don't have 100% control of Man United. What they got was a majority stake in the club.
So part of it belongs to the fans?
No, you have other entities, other shareholders, that kind of thing. So that's what Jim Ratcliffe is proposing. Now, another layer of this is that Jim Ratcliffe has a lot of good PR going for him. If you read a lot of the British press,
PR machine is
if you read a lot of the British press, a lot of the papers seem to lean towards Sir Jim Ratcliffe. One, because he's English, and then they throw that, he's English. He's a Manchester United fan. He loves the club. He wants the club to succeed. Now, recently, Kasper Schmeichel, ex-Leicester goalkeeper, now of Nice, appeared on Sky Sports Monday Night Football, and he was asked about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And said a lot of very nice things about the man. And some people believe that it is all part of the PR to get United fans to understand that this man is not a bad person. So giving the club to him won't be a bad choice. The issue is this. Amongst Man United fans, there are splits. The splits are in two broad areas. One, some Man United fans, Chris is one example, want Sheikh Jassim to own the club. And a lot of those fans are international fans. What I mean is that a lot of them don't live in England or in Manchester. A lot of them view football quite differently.
The team is a global.
Money is money. You understand? Money is money. So they say, who cares who owns the club? The man has the money. Let him own the club. Now, there are those in England who are very concerned about Man United being roped into this conversation of Arab states using football to wash their images and things. They say that we allowed Manchester City to exist. We allowed Arab owners to take over. Now they are using their money to clean their image. Let's not forget the brouhaha around even Qatar hosting the World Cup. Let's not forget things that have been said about PSG. Let's not forget things that have been said about Newcastle. So a lot of Man United fans or some Man United fans say that our club is in a place of dignity. It's a dignified club. Let us not put it into that conversation of a team that is backed by Arab money and all of that. And some people are concerned that United will be seen. Man United will be seen.
They have sung all the songs insulting.
Yes,
Manchester
they've
City.
criticized Man City. So people have Arab money, all of that. Today you are going to get Arab money. So there are those splits. So that is that. Now Jim Ratcliffe is proposing that he will give the Glazers some control, and the truth is, really, the Glazers do want some control. They don't want to let it go.
Is there two of them? There are six. Only two of them. Padiani is Fiosima Jolie. Money, Papa, Joe and what did you call Avram? Go and if you're smart, there are 2 of them. Only you see, there are 6 Glazers.
It's about
They inherited the club from their father.
Yeah, but the 2 of them
6 of them
running the club.
No, the others they have equal share.
But they are
the other
ones
4.
They are the ones who do like more.
The other 4 say, let's sell the team and leave the team for the people and go. You, Nathan, come and you.
So I want to add something to what Nathan said. I
Yeah.
know last week I was just worrying coach a bit.
When you finish, you have to give me a full statement.
I was worrying coach a bit when I said I want the English club owned by an English owner. But Nathan raised an important point that there's this whole sports watching conversation. And for me, frankly, it's ridiculous. And I'll explain. Because if you look at the British government and their dealings and the type of deals Britain do, you are very happy to take Arab money in various other spheres of life. When it suits
Take
you.
the money.
You get what I'm saying? So why is it that now that they are decide that they want to enter football too, it starts becoming a moral question and that kind of stuff? These people sell.
Remember, they were happy to take Abramovich's money
Yeah.
21 years ago until trouble came around his money.
And let's be honest, one of the biggest, customers for British weapons is Saudi Arabia. They sell billions in weapons to Saudi Arabia. When Saudi Arabia is bombing Yemen, they don't say anything
about it
because it's their weapons being used for that. But now that someone wants to buy Manchester, you see, so for me, the hypocrisy of the whole thing is ridiculous. Like me, like I said last week, I was worrying Coach Small. For me, the whole thing is, if you are okay with their money in other spheres, you can't come and say, you can't dictate where and when, because you sold your dignity a long time ago. And if we are being frank about this, once you don't have a leg to stand on morally, it's not fair to come and say that Sheikh Jassim shouldn't buy it. Right now, what we are hearing is that Sheikh Jassim's offer, because of the valuation being less than what Sir Jim Ratcliffe is offering, that's part of the reason the Glazers are taking the deal. That's fine. But this whole sports washing thing for me, there is a non-starter.
Most people are even not buying that angle for starters, because you say that you're going to provide an injection of capital to be able to manage the team, to be able to refurbish the stadium, to be able to buy players and not buy the team outright. So in essence, you are giving the Glazers something to hold on to while you are also coming in.
I know coach will come in quickly, but I look at all this and ask myself, why won't the Glazers do something that the fans will love for the last time? Throughout their whole time.
Because they don't care.
Because the Glazers are not operating on emotion. They
Throughout
are
their
operating on logic.
I know,
They are
throughout their
operating
whole
on their
time.
wallet.
Yep.
And
They've
they
had
don't
the
care.
fans on their neck all this while, and you are wrapping up something. At least leave a good legacy.
If they didn't care from day one, they won't care on the last day.
Exactly.
They don't care.
Now, I look at the 2 bits. It makes sense from a business perspective to go for the Ratcliffe deal, where there's at least a 20% stake for you once again.
And
So
the club is
you are gone, but
the club is
yeah.
technically valued higher. in
Exactly.
that
So
deal.
you are gone, but you still have some sort of shares in the team. It makes sense, too. But you look at what Sheikh is offering.
Yeah.
My goodness.
He's paying off all your
See,
debts.
There's absolutely no way that the Sir Jim Ratcliffe offer in terms of value.
I think
it's
that's
better.
PR. I think it's PR.
There's absolutely no way. I'm coming.
I mean,
I'm coming.
From a business perspective,
There's nothing like that.
they will love to have
Business perspective.
they will love to have their 20%.
This is a club.
If the club value goes
coming.
up in
That's-
future,
that's from
then
the
they will
Glazers'
see, yeah,
business
from a Glazers
perspective.
business perspective.
This is
yeah.
a club that owes close to 1 billion in debt.
Yep.
At the time when the Glazers took over Manchester United, close to 18 years ago, they inherited the best stadium in the country, the best training facility in the country, the best team on the field of play. 18 years down the line. Old Trafford, Dunkanimone, Bonkanale, Olenkanale,
These are the things Ronaldo was talking about.
Onankanale.
The place was not sparkling.
Jame Bonkanale, Olenkanale. The place
Rust.
has rusted. Look, proper corrosion has taken
You mean
place.
a beam can fall on your head if you are not careful?
Look, the other day we were watching, when it rained,
Yeah.
you saw that it was
leaking.
like that. These people has never look, no, they don't care. They've always been taking dividend out of the club every now and then.
They own two other
They
sports
have
franchises,
never
don't
look. They have never.
they? The Glazers own two other sports
Yes,
franchises.
They own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Buccaneers, yeah.
I think that's the
There's,
new one.
there's supposed to be another
They
one.
have
I'll
never.
I'll check that out.
They have never serviced the debt. That you see, when they were buying the club, they took 200 million of their money as it did their father at the time, and then he went and borrowed 590 million pounds. United was sold for 790 million pounds. The father bought it. 200 million came from the father. Let's put that aside. After 17 years, for the last 5 years, what most people don't know is that they've been seeking to bring in fans into the club. But nobody came to their aid. Yeah. Now you say you sell the club, you put the club up for sale. Then Sir Jim Ratcliffe, from the beginning, he said he wanted to buy the club fully. Yeah. When he realized that he does not have the money to compete with Sheikh Jassim for the full takeover of the club, then he went and gave the Glazers the offer.
And I think the Glazers opened the door to him because
I'm coming.
Hold on, because the bidding processes were initially two. And after those two presentations it was supposed to have ended there.
Yes.
And then they were supposed to have come out
with a review. They upping the price.
Then they went
all along. Look, see, all along.
They are opening way for a third bidding process.
No, see, all along. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's bid was to buy full 100% of the club. Yeah. When he realized that he didn't have the money to buy 100% of the club, then he gave the Sima Jolly man and his brother, the one who ties his
Joel
head,
and Avram
I will bread itself cornrow. Joel, I will make up a more Sima Jolly.
You are not a hairdresser.
You are not a hairdresser by force. But if you're Sima Jolly, we're Jolly. So if you look at what you see, that's why I tweeted yesterday that you when he came that he would buy the club, the English fans of Manchester United in England, they were all saying Sir Jim Ratcliffe because they know that indeed he's the true Englishman. So buy the club, then you go and connive and give the Glazers an opportunity for them to stay, and not only to stay,
to own,
but to have power with their 20% that you are offering them. Look, what is going to happen? That some of us will lean towards. Sheikh Jassim will not accept this level of humiliation. He will definitely buy a team in England. There are teams on the market.
Come and buy my team. Oh. No. Come and buy my team.
I'm not going to
come and buy my team.
Save this aspect. Because those people, they don't compete and lose. If you humiliate them look, even as we speak,
definitely turn their eyes somewhere else.
Even as we speak, the report is that they are seeking an urgent meeting with the Glazers. Look, how much money is this man? Do you think you will need in 2 years? Because if you listen to people like Gary Neville, Sir Jim Ratcliffe will take the club, and in 3 years' time, he will prepare to get rid of the Glazers and all that. How much money do you think a club that is in debt? You see, Nathan, please, my last point. What even worse in the case is that this man doesn't have money. He's going to borrow the money to come and buy. Look,
he's doing the same model as the Glazers.
Just look at it. Old Trafford needs close to 2 billion to put up a world-class stadium like what Daniel Levy has done for Spurs. The training facility needs close to what? 1 billion to bring it to a modern Manchester United-like type of training facility, like what Spurs has. Then the debt of extra 1 billion. So when they are saying that the Sir Jim Ratcliffe's offer is more, our attorney says, I pay you off 5.4 billion. I will clear the debt. After paying you off, I'll go to the where the debt is. If it is on the stock exchange, wherever the bank is, I'll go then I'll pay the 1 billion. If you add it to 5.4 billion, how much is that? 6.4. He said in 5 years, in less than 3 years, I will demolish Old Trafford and make it a modern stadium. 2 billion. Traffic 6.4. They're 8.4. The training facilities will, and then I will invest in the city of Manchester.
You mean political Jassim?
And then there is 500 million pounds cash. Ten Hag. Let's go and compete with Man City. Let's go and compete with Newcastle.
Let's get Osimhen.
Let's get Osimhen and go. How can he claim to be a true Manchester United supporter when Chelsea were being put up for sale? He put in a bid to buy Chelsea. You tell me you are Manchester. He's an enemy of the club. Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Look, That is what the fans of United, if you like,
guys,
do a poll right now. Is Jim Ratcliffe a friend of the fans of United, or is an enemy number one to the club? Because you cannot say you love Manchester United. You say you wanted to buy Chelsea. Not only that, he has the ticket of every Chelsea match. He goes to Stamford Bridge to watch Chelsea. He doesn't come to Old Trafford to watch Manchester United play.
You said the stadium is not nice. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to.
No, but if you say the team is in your blood, true and true, you are a blood Manchester United fan, you don't go to watch the team play. As for Sheikh Jassim, at least he has a foundation, the 1992 foundation established in the name of Manchester United. And that is the foundation he's using to buy the club. We are watching media. To everybody listening to this program today, I'll remain a United fan, but the day Sheikh Jassim decides to buy any team in England,
you are there.
I'm changing my allegiance.
Hey.
I'm telling you.
Hey. I would like you to calm down.
No.
Calm down and
I have thought through it, because if you look at the way Newcastle is going, the way Manchester, how can Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Glazer compete with?
You are don't commit yourself.
I am telling you that I'm a Manchester United fan, but from the report coming out of Qatar, if the Glazers doesn't listen and meet Sheikh Jassim, and they finally decide to give the team to Jim Ratcliffe. I remain but the moment Sheikh Jassim, we are targeting Spurs, we are targeting Liverpool, these two teams, the moment we get one of them,
you are off.
Wow. No,
this is a huge declaration on
the moment Sheikh Jassim buys a team in the EPL,
you are gone.
So Coach, what if it's Crystal Palace?
If he buys Crystal Palace, in 3 years, they'll be looking like Real Madrid. Look, if Sheikh Jassim, that is why Liverpool people are happy, Chelsea people are happy, Guardiola is happy, they are all happy, because they know it will come down to cash. You talk about missionary money. Newcastle, which people own them?
Saudis.
Manchester City, who owns them?
Abu Dhabi.
No, if Manchester United is being owned by Qatar, you are talking what? No me Yomo. Teammate Jim Ratcliffe, the moment Sheikh Jassim
buys the club,
they don't even have money to give to Ten Hag. Oh
Because they're already requesting. They are saying that the man you there forget. Someone just said, "Come to us."
No. Arsenal kill me quick.
You have to fall for coach. You have to fall for coach.
I
recall when he was confident that the deal was going to be given
to you behave this way?
I know that
take it and go.
Jalabia is ready to celebrate. Everything is ready. So just waiting for the celebration.
I've been there when some of these American owners come with their business mindset. They don't care about.
Look, they don't care.
It's tough.
They are enemies of progress to Manchester. A big team like this, we have been playing second fiddle to Man City. The noisiest neighbors. Now when they talk, we don't talk. You can't even give Ten Hag 500. Look, Sheikh Jassim says.
He said now when they talk what?
We can't talk. When was the last time Man United played in the Champions League final? That was 2011. 2011 at Wembley.
Almost a faint memory.
We've not even gotten to the semi-finals before.
It is a memory that is dying.
We were doing it with Chicky E.
Guys, what I will say
wrap it up, Nathan.
If you ask me, I think there's a lot of PR going on in favor of Sir Jim Ratcliffe because he's English and all of that. And like I said earlier, it's just down to that bit about Arab money, blah blah blah, all of these things. This is how I think the story might play out. I think eventually Sheikh Jassim will buy the club, but he would overpay for it. I think all they are doing now. I think they're just dragging it because for as long as possible.
As now, the reports say that. I mean, previous reports have said he has put in a 5 million bid. A counter report says his bid is not even up to 4 billion.
Listen, the Glazers value Man United at around 5.56 million pounds. 6 billion.
He says 6 billion.
Okay, why? Because the inside story is that they've looked at Newcastle and they've looked at what Todd Bowley paid to get Chelsea. And they view that Man United hold more value
twice as
than those two.
Yep.
Chelsea get 2.0 kwapi.
Yeah.
You understand?
So there's no way they are. So there's no way they are.
Abramovich, you see, they are not being smart. Abramovich wrote off all the debt.
Yeah.
So in some people believe that this will drag out for a bit, and then probably Sheikh Jassim buys, but he will buy a lot, and the Glazers will walk away very happy with a lot of money.
They get 6 billion, 7 billion. That's a lot of money.
Some people are even speculating they want to hold out till about
7 billion.
Some reports
And Sheikh is saying he's requesting for the meeting. Come. Forget about Paddy.
But you see, there are bigger things, and I think that the people at the center of this need to understand that the Man United playing body will be the ones to suffer greatly from this uncertainty, because you see, United needs to rebuild. And I think what we've seen this season highlights the fact United are still very short in areas to start with. Then you even go to the level of a squad. So United can't even present 2 starting 11.
We can't.
Man City can do it very easily. Arsenal can present more than 15, 16 players very well. Liverpool are getting there. Chelsea are getting
there. They need a proper coach.
They just need
to
bring them tie everything together. So I think that the decision needs to be taken very quickly, or else Man United will still fall behind other teams. Let's not forget, next season everything resets back to zero.
Yes.
And everybody starts.
Liverpool will not be this bad. Chelsea will improve.
Spurs will get better. Brighton would have learned their lesson. Newcastle want to stay where they are. So if you want to break into top 4, it becomes 10 times more difficult heading into next season. I feel
it is money. That
Man United really, really need to look at their team, because when all of this settles, there's another problem Man United have on their hands. They need to look at the age profile.
My Reverend Father, the Bundesliga.
Reverend is to the number.
Somebody should get me his number. I need to call him. We have to pray. We have to pray. If you are listening, Daddy, please, we have to pray. And close the eyes of this. We'll let them give the team to shake.
Serious issues. Let me